Hello everyone and welcome to the very first episode of Warhammer Weekend Times. My name is Stan, I'm your host, and this is the channel where we play Call of Warhammer beginning of the end times. Today I'm playing as Chaos Undivided, and my opponent is going to be my good friend Frood Goldberg, and he's going to be playing as the Dwarves. Let's go over the army comps real quick, and then we'll go ahead and get this battle replay underway. For my mainline infantry, I'm bringing 3 units of Bestigors. And then I'm going to also be bringing 2 units of Chaos Warriors and 2 units of Chaos Warriors with halberds. I got 2 units of Marauder Desolators, and these actually have armor upgrades on them, and it's really cool to see that that feature utilized in this mod. And I've got 1 unit of Nurgle Chosen. These have 2 HP each, so they're going to be really tanky. I think they're the only Chosen unit that actually have 2 HP. Then over here, I've got 2 units of Marauder Axe Throwers. They're going to help supplement my melee units. Then way over here, I've got a unit of Minotaurs, and they're going to be really strong, monstrous infantry. Way over here, I've got 1 unit of Chosen Knights of Nurgle. They have 2 HP as well, so they're going to be really highly mobile units that are going to be pretty tanky. They're not going to go down immediately. They got 1 unit of Chaos Chariots, and these have a great charge bonus as well. And way over here in the trees, I've got 1 unit. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. The camera's acting a little funny. 1 unit of Chaos Hounds, and then I've got 1 unit of what comes up as unlocalized placement ticks. I think these are either Venom Hounds or Greater Chaos Hounds. I'm really not sure. Then over here, I got my General unit, and he's hidden in the trees as well. It's funny because he gets his own unit model as well for being the General, and since this is a Cav unit, this is, I guess, what is considered to be the horse. So he kind of looks like a runty little Dragon Ogre. But anyway, guys, that's my army. Let's go over Frood's army real quick. Frood Goldberg's going to be bringing 1 organ gun backed up by a unit of Longbeards. And then he's going to have 3 units of Quarrelers backed up by 2 units of Dwarf Axes. And then behind them, he's going to have 3 units of Thunderers. In his rear, he's going to have 1 unit of Elders, and then 1 unit of Troll Slayers. Then over here, he's going to have 1 unit of Giant Slayers. And in the back, he's got 2 units of Dwarf Cannons. And over on his left flank, he's got 1 unit of Longbeards backing up his Flame Cannon. Okay, guys, I think that's the army comps. We're going to go ahead and get the battle replay started. First thing I'm going to do is just send my infantry in. I don't want to sit too idly. He's got a lot of artillery, and no doubt he'll just tear me apart if I sit around for too long. You see his organ guns getting ready to fire. Firing straight into my infantry line. You see his Quarrelers and their arrows coming in too. I'm gonna kill quite a few beastmen, but they're gonna keep trekking on. These 2 lines seemed fairly unaffected. They're getting in range of his flame cannon. I know he was saying he was having a little bit of trouble with fire at will, so I don't think they'll go off. But they're gonna charge in here. And they're going to charge straight through his line into his Quarrelers and prevent them from firing back onto my Beastmen. Over here, I've got my Chaos Chariot coming in and the Knights of Nurgle behind it. And they're going to start their charge straight into the Dwarves. And in the distance, you can see my Minotaurs starting to charge up as well. They're going to charge straight into here. Charge past my units, straight into his, and you'll see some of those dwarves kind of fly up into the air. Over here, I've got, I'm starting to get bombarded by his organ gun, but I think he's going to hit some of his dwarves straight through here with some of his barrages, but some of my beastmen are also going to go down. They're wavering, then they're gonna start to kind of come back a little bit. Over here, I've really started the engagement with my Chaos Warriors, and I'm trying to push onto that organ gun, and I've got my Hounds coming back. They're really mobile, quick, considered to be like Cav, but, you know, they're fast little units, and you can really get in there and tie down artillery. Over here, I've got my Chaos Chariots here, engaging into his Troll Slayers. You'll kind of see them spurting around and knocking some dwarves up into the air. Here comes my Dragon Ogres. I'm going to start charging them in. I'm going to get a few kills, I think. Yeah, I'm going to get a few kills onto these Giant Slayers. These are considered light infantry, so they really don't have a whole lot of defense, but they have a really high attack, so they make a good flanking unit. Over here, he's having a little bit of trouble firing with his Thunderers. They typically have to be parallel to the units they're firing at. You kind of see here, once my cab kind of get a little more angled, he'll start firing with his Elders. These Elders are actually really, really good units. I think they're the second best infantry unit, right behind Greatbeards, that the Dwarves can field, and they're going to pull out their twin axes and maces, but then I'm going to send my Hounds in and do a little bit of damage, but they also have multiple HP, so they're not going to go down easy. Over here, I've really started to push into his left flank, and I've got some more of my Greater Hounds coming in, or Venom Hounds, whichever, I'm not sure. But they're going to kill a couple of these coming in. Oh, and then my Axemen are going to start throwing their axes. I'm going to start engaging with my Chaos Warrior. I believe I am. Oh, yeah, here we go. Wow, those axes really hit those kind of hard. Okay, I'm going to start pushing in here. I got my Marauder Desolators and my Chaos Warriors kind of intermingling, pushing into this middle part. I've really kind of rolled up his left flank some. Over here, he's still got his Giant Slayers holding strong. They're fighting against my Bestigors, which are really starting to thin in numbers. But I've still got my my Minotaurs. I've got 7 of them left, so they've been doing really well. Oh, and there's a really nice charge on his general unit into his Elders by my Dragon Ogres. Shame I missed that. I killed like 6 or 7 Elders, and that's just because Dragon Ogres have really high attack and a really high charge bonus. They're 7,500 to field, so I would argue they seldom pay for themselves. It depends on which units you really kill, but they do fairly well. They're going to charge in and kill quite a few Quarlers there. I thought I was going to go for the charge with the Troll Slayers, but I didn't see their kind of purple shields, but they were flowers. But my Minotaurs are really going to start working on these Troll Slayers. Only 13 of them left. I'm going to engage from behind with my Marauder Desolators, and they're going to start killing some of these Giant Slayers here. And then I'm going to send in my Chaos Warriors with Halberds back up behind him. Over here, I've pretty much eliminated all but a few Elders. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Medieval 2's. Calm down, Medieval 2. Alright, there we go. Yeah, usually pausing gives it a bit of a rest. Okay, here we go. He's got 16 Elders left. A few of them are still firing. Like I said, Fire at Will is kind of acting a little buggy right now. It kind of requires a lot of maintenance. Charging my Dragon Ogres and kill some more of these Dwarves. Start throwing some of my axes over here. I'm gonna run out of ammo pretty soon with them. They don't have the greatest amount of ammo, but they I think have 12 attack on their axes they throw, which is fairly high, especially when you're attacking unarmored units like Giant Slayers. Guys, let's go see how the Elders are doing over here. There's only about 7 left. They're doing really well. They're warmed up, you know, so they're not tired yet. They're eager. This defeat is a distinct possibility, but they're not wavering at all. They have really good morale. They'll fight to the last. Back over here, he's got a unit of Longbeards. Only 5 left, but they're going to help supplement his Giant Slayers just a little bit. They're going to take some of the brunt of the attack. He's trying to get them in there now. See my little general sitting there, right? I don't know where my other Dragon Ogres are. They're kind of just sitting idle. I think I was managing my Marauder Axolotls because they were out of ammo, and I was going to just send them into melee. Really start pressing hard on him here, and get the last few of these Giant Slayers out of the way. I really like unit models in this mod. You can tell there was a lot of care put into them. I think the mod makers had said this mod's been in work for almost 2 years, which is a long time, and I'm very pleased with it. I'm gonna push my Dragon Ogres in, and they're gonna really start thinning out the last few of these Giant Slayers that are here. Let's go check and see how the Elders are doing. There's only 1 Elder left. He's I think gonna take a couple of these with him. He's gonna take that guy down. Let's go see how these last few guys... Oh, nope, they killed him. Okay, yeah, they're done, guys. No more Giant Slayers. the last man standing, and he's not wavering. You know, I mean, he's engaged in 2 units here, Chaos Warriors and Chaos Warriors with halberds. You can see him kind of getting stun locked with all the units hitting him. He's not really getting a chance to swing out at them, but this kind of is a good testament to the morale of this unit, that they really don't waver or lose morale very easily. And he's going to go down. All right, guys. I think that was the battle replay. I think that's all his units. Go ahead and get to the battle statistics screen real quick, and then let's see how my units did. I think the highest kill count was my Dragon Ogres with 84. It'd be kind of cool to see what units they did kill, because it's, you know, I mean, in Call of Warhammer, you have certain units that are really high priority. I mean, you might have like giants, and there's only 2 giants in a unit, but they have like, I think they have 10 HP each. So I mean, you know, those would only come up as 2 kills, but you know, it's kind of like it depends. It's hard to gauge how well they pay for themselves. But they did some good work in this game. I didn't lose one of them. My Minsters got 61 kills. I think the next highest was one of my best war units at 83. So everyone kind of did some work. There weren't any units except for what my Marauder Desolators only got maybe 16 here. They didn't do too well this game. But yeah, that's the battle replay, guys. I hope you guys liked it as much as I enjoyed playing this battle and recording it. But yeah, guys, I'll see y'all next time.